Hello everyone, and welcome once again to another part of the Super Mario Marathon. This is an exciting day. It's an exciting stream. It's all kinds of excitement going on today. For today in the Mario Marathon, we kick into another chapter of this ongoing saga. And this may be potentially one of the most important chapters in the entire saga and the entire lineage of this marathon. You know, I've said it before that when we were going through the Mario Marathon, there were about 5 or 6 games. I say, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go with that one. There were about 7 games in particular, which were these humongous grand achievements that were the big sort of here's the 7 parts of this saga that are the most prestigious, some of the kinds of video games that have left such an impact on history that you hear critics, reviews, and other video game players and lots of folks consider them some of the greatest video games of all time. We've so far played through about 5 of them. We've played Donkey Kong for the arcade, Mario Bros. For the Super Nintendo, Super Mario Bros. I mean, Super Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, and Super Mario 64. That's 5. Today, we are launching into the 6th. Now, it's kind of interesting to look back on things now from a sort of perspective, but it's an interesting place that Nintendo found themselves at the turn of the millennium. They had been pretty much a monopoly on the video game industry for the final 15 years of the 20th century. They certainly commanded the 8-bit generation with the Nintendo Entertainment System. And they did have some competition to deal with Sega and the Mega Drive or the Sega Genesis in the 90s, early 90s, but they were sort of just their own entity. We saw them start to deal with the competition, which still plagues them to this day, toward the tail end of the millennium, when Sony arrived with the PlayStation, and they were having to compete with that and the, I guess the Saturn to some degree, though I think Sega pulled the short straw on that one. Then in the early 2000s, we had the next generation, the move toward the disc-based sort of systems. Nintendo were still competing with Sony in the PlayStation 2, and they also had another new competitor to deal with, which was Microsoft and the Xbox. Now, Nintendo tried to bring their A game with the GameCube, which is a system which now, in retrospect, people are looking back on fondly with nostalgia and going the GameCube was the sleeper hit. It had so many idiosyncratic gems on it that just weren't given their due respect in their time. And I agree to that to some measure, some angle. However, there is something very important to take into consideration, which is that by 2006, 2007, definitely the mid-2000s, Nintendo kind of found themselves in a little bit of a pickle, which was that they had been on top of the game in the marketplace for so long, and yet here they were now actually dealing with some real tough competition. They'd managed to knock Sega out of the competition, but now they were having to deal with Sony and Microsoft. And as a new generation of consoles came forward with the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360, Nintendo made a very decisive decision, which was important at the time, and still the ramifications of which are still being felt today, which is they decided, instead of really pushing forward with next-gen graphics and processors and all those things which have put Sony and Microsoft in such a huge step forward in terms of the home console market, Nintendo decided, we're going to eschew the idea of catering toward the hardcore video game playing demographic. We need to get ourselves out of some financial pits. If we're going to stay afloat, we need to market ourselves to everyone, not just gamers. And in doing so, came along the Nintendo Wii. Now, I think it's safe to say, and you could feel free to have the differing opinions on this, but I think it's safe to say that in reality, the most important game that came out on the Nintendo Wii was Wii Sports, the pack-in title. And the reason I say that is because since Nintendo decided to cater toward the casual market, the mainstream market, and sell a game console that would appeal to your grandma or your aunts and uncles, those 50, 60-somethings who never played video games and weren't that into it, but they were catering toward that market. Wii Sports comes along, the Wii comes along, the Wii Remote comes along. Here's now this not hands-free, but wire-free, wireless gameplay style built around a motion control sensor that can replicate, at least to some cartoonish level, the idea of people being able to go out and do physical activity, but from the comfort of their own home. It appealed to a lot of people. It appealed to a lot of people who weren't even into video games, but they really liked playing golf or bowling or baseball. And in doing that, Nintendo were able to make the Wii. I'm sorry. I'm like trying to also eat lunch. Nintendo were able to make the Wii the console that sold like no other console in that generation. Now, the ramifications of this are that now here we are in the 2020s, and we're now 3 or 4 years into the Switch's lifespan, and the initial hype that greeted it in 2017 is considerably dying down, especially as Nintendo practiced some very anti-consumer company policies. However, beyond that as well, we also have to deal with the fact that Nintendo have been struggling for a long, long time with recording the hardcore gaming market or appealing to the mainstream demographic they were able to with the Wii. Now, I bring all this into play because I have said it time and time again. The Mario franchise is a mirror of Nintendo as a company. It really is, and not necessarily in like policy decisions, but certainly in where creative drive and creative focus is being funneled into through the company. A Mario game comes out if Nintendo have something they want to push, because it's a surefire bet. They know a Mario game is going to push product. It's going to push units. That's what it's going to do. Now, for the GameCube, they delivered upon to us Super Mario Sunshine. An interesting game. I would argue, subjectively for me, not on the same height level as 64. Didn't necessarily change the whole formula of how video games are going to be made. And there are moments of sunshine which are very much questioning decisions here and there in places. So that was what the GameCube got. So now here comes the Wii. Now here comes a Nintendo console that is being sold to everyone on the face of the earth, including people who aren't video gamers. A Mario game is inevitable. It's going to come along with it. How are they going to push the innovation and the concept of what can be done with the Wii and the miraculous things that the Wii can do? And not only that, how can they push the boundaries forward beyond where they had gone in Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine? And to that end, what was delivered upon to the world was Super Mario Galaxy. Wahoo! That is right. Here we are with Super Mario Galaxy, released for the Nintendo Wii in 2007. 1 year after New Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo DS. And what some have considered one of the most finely honed games ever made. And I have come to realize in my travels that The road definitely splits between what people think is the masterpiece Mario game. It splits in, I would say, about 3 different ways. There's the first generation Mario fans, the people who prefer the 2D side-scroller video games. And for those people, the most perfect Mario game will always be Super Mario 3 or Super Mario 3D World, between those two, but they're relatively interchangeable. However, for those of us of a younger generation, it is normally going to be one of the Mario 3D games. And maybe it's diverging in 3 different paths now with Odyssey, but we'll reach that point. But I will say, it appears to me, in my onlooking spectative journalism sense, that when it comes to the question of what is the best Mario game, what is historically the game that changed the way people view video games, and what's the most finely honed, crafted, well-made masterpiece of the whole franchise, the legacy really boils down to either Super Mario 64 or Super Mario Galaxy. And today, we've already seen what 64 can deliver us with its sandbox exploration kind of gameplay style. Now Nintendo are going to take the expansive polish of 64 and Sunshine, but also take influence from the new Super Mario Bros. Game on the DS, and look back toward their roots and go, how can we make a game that has the level design of a classic Mario course clear obstacle course, while having the expanse and wonderment of a Mario 64 or a Mario Sunshine. And to that end, we get Super Mario Galaxy. And with that all being said, let us not waste any more time. Let us dive right into this game. Now, as you can see, I have a little Mario head there. That is my own file that I've been playing on my own time. This is an interesting situation. We, for the most part, had crossed a semi-sort of threshold in the marathon, in that I had said before how a lot of these games I was playing through for the first time, but then as we approached the later portions of the marathon, that wasn't going to be the case, because we were entering toward video games that came out within my lifetime and I could actually play them. Mario Galaxy, I think, is going to be the last one of these games that I haven't really played through a whole lot of. I've played through the first world, but I haven't really gotten much further beyond that. So this is going to be, like the other episodes, half sort of analysis on the game's place in the franchise, and also half sort of blind playthrough, playing this for the first time. It's all exciting. We're going to see how this goes. Let's choose Yoshi, because I'm playing the 3D All-Stars version of this game, because I don't own a Wii anymore, and I haven't been able to get my Wii U up and running as of yet. So there's that. But we're going to play, and also this one's in HD, and that's nice. So we're going to use this Yoshi icon, because for some reason Nintendo forgot that Super Mario Galaxy 2 is also a game that people like, and to that end, let us play this game. So, every 100 years, a comet appears in the skies above the Mushroom Kingdom. The comet was so large one year, it filled the skies and sent countless shooting stars raining down. The Toads brought the shooting stars to the castle, where they became a great power star. It should have been a very happy time for the citizens of the Mushroom Kingdom. That was the night of the Star Festival, held once every 100 years to celebrate the comet. I wish this controller would stop dangling out of my hand. Dear Mario, I'll be waiting for you. Oh, she's doing it for me. So, here we see as well the shift away from the complex storytelling. In Mario Sunshine, we had a plot line so dense and interwoven that to explain it to friends who had been on my streams in the past literally took sometimes up to 10 minutes and was just all different kinds of like confusing to some. You know, it was one of those things where like I would be explaining to people, oh yeah, this is what happens here and this is what happens here, and the general consensus from those who hadn't played through Sunshine before and wanted to know the plot, you try explaining the plot to people who have never played through Sunshine ever. General mood I've found from people in doing this is people going, what? And that's a fair description to have. The plot of Sunshine is very, very dense. The plot of Galaxy, very theatrical, very dramatic, but also much more simple. We're making up for the dense plot and voiced cutscenes of Sunshine and making room instead for this more dramatic theatrical presentation, which displays a story that is seemingly very intense, very mature, very like rough on the dramatics, but in actuality, if you pick it apart, not all that complex. It's very theatrical. Like, this is perhaps one of the most theatrical displays of a Mario plotline we've ever seen in any video game. We've got these orchestra swells, we've got this mood cinematic lighting, we've got Academy ratio bars on top of the screen there, cropping the picture down. We've got this huge airship armada zooming on in. Bowser casually walking up.
Princess Peach, you are formally invited to the creation of my new galaxy. This festival's over.
Like, all of this looks important, presents itself as humongously important, you know? You've got such drama, and certainly the addition of a symphonic orchestra really helps bring that into perspective. You get the sense that you're witnessing something quite intense, which, what, I thought this whole thing was about doing the... Oh, I can't do that yet, I forgot. I need to get... It's Bowser. So, it's one of those things where this game presents itself as like, oh yeah, wow, this is so like humongous and cinematic, and the upscaling of the graphics and the HD of the, I mean, this wasn't the case on the Wii, but it certainly helps add to the mood and all of that. And the music going full cinematic, and even then, we can talk about this. This whole bit here is a recollection. This is the same sort of layout as Peach's Castle in 64. So now we have from Nintendo, like, genuine, like, yep, we know what we're doing. We are replicating the intro of Super Mario 64. We're implying this game is on that level. It's on the same exact artistic, credible level as Super Mario 64, only now the theater and the drama has been cranked up to 11. Now everything is very... Please, please, do you remember 64? Please, God help us, we need you to remember 64. Hi, Riley. Hope you're doing well this Saturday afternoon. But it does play into it, because it's like, and we'll see, this doesn't happen often. We'll see, like, Nintendo is going to progressively continue referencing their own back catalog, their own past, their own history. The Mario series will gradually become much more self-referential of its own existence as time goes on, and that will become, to a degree, a little bit gratuitous, but for the moment, it was very, like, sort of, wow, here we are. This is the next step from Sunshine, where we didn't see any of the Mushroom Kingdom whatsoever. Sunshine opens with you being on a jet landing on an island, and then just giving you a hose and off you go. This one's like, nope, we're going to give you the sensation of returning to the realm of 64, only now the palette, the artistic expanse of the universe that we can go and we can take the player on is endless. So long, enjoy your flight! The drama that it presents is so, like, so huge, and yet at the same time, like, deceivingly simple. Because instead of, like, the whole intrigue of Mario has been framed for crimes he didn't commit, and he has to do community service and save the environment and rescue the wildlife of a island inhabitants before they all, I don't know, either their economy goes bankrupt or they lose all their natural resources. He has to save them. Now, yes, we have an entire solar system of galaxies on our hands, or galaxy of solar systems. Finally, you're awake! Let's play! Woohoo! But now, not only do we have this to contend with, but we also, if we look at it on a more, like, wider range of level, the reality is, the plot is basically Peach is kidnapped again and Mario has to save her. And it's actually, if I may be a little bit of a hot taker, not terribly original, because not only is this not the first time that Bowser has done this plan, where he, whoops, wrong joystick. Not only is this not Bowser's first time kidnapping Peach by committing her to house arrest and drawing an excavation site around her castle and lifting it into space. Not only is this not the first time Bowser has done that, because this was what he did in Paper Mario, the first one on the N64 as well, but also, this is not even the first time Mario has gone to space. He's been to space before, as far back as Super Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins on the Game Boy. So this is a situation where Nintendo are kind of going like, we have a couple of ideas that we've used in the past, but can we bring them to an even fuller potential than what we've presented in the past? And that's what we get with Mario Galaxy. And all of these things are very, very intriguing points and references and things which I will discuss further on in the future. I also must acknowledge the grandiosity of what we have here. So now, we've also implemented in this opening section alone what will become the game's defining mechanic, and why it was so critically functional for the Wii to have a game like this, and why it was viewed as such a monumental step forward in the gaming landscape and the concept of where video games could go from here. Now that we're running with this space theme, and we're introducing the idea that Mario is going to travel from planet to planet across different galaxies and across different planetoids, now we have a situation where we have gravity to work with. And Nintendo implemented this system after the troublesome cameras of 64 and Sunshine. Nintendo go, okay, how about this? We're going to implement a system of gravity wherein no matter where the player is, the camera is always where it needs to be. It's spaced out far enough that it is always in an appropriate position, and you never miss what you're supposed to see. But also, it can provide a sense of immersion because we, as humans on Earth, know how gravity works. We know that planets and planetoids have their own gravitational pull around them. And so Nintendo go, how about we make this built around the idea that you're on these little miniature planetoids, and each obstacle you cross over is going to have its own gravitational pull toward it. And so now the expansive thing is we can play Mario with him looking completely upside down. And despite how it may appear on the surface, this is not on its own a dreadfully difficult thing to maneuver. It might be a little bit difficult for me to master since I'm left-handed, and so I'm playing this on the Joy-Con controller, so my button layout is a little bit reversed completely from what I I'm assuming Nintendo wants to be the default situation. I've been watching you from here. This place is called the Gateway to the Starry Sky. There's so much to unpack here. My name is Rosalina. I watch over and protect the cosmos. To save your special one, you'll need the power to travel through space. Luma can give you this power. I will entrust you with his care. So now here we have the Luma. You now have the ability to spin. So now that is the new functionality of the jumps. This will become a growing thing with 3D Mario games. It has been for ages, but unlike, say, in 2D Mario games, where the power-up is achieving a larger health bar. You go from only one hit and you're dead to 2 hits and you're dead to 2 hits and you're dead, but you also have, like, fireballs that you can launch at people, and it will help give you a greater offense to combat the defense. Mario 64 implements the idea of now you can jump around in a 3D space, and how miraculous is that? Sunshine goes, but what if you could hover with this water nozzle? Galaxy goes, how about this? You have this wide range of gravity to work with, and it will toss you all across these planets. But now, with the Wii Remote and the capability of motion, because we've already established with Wii Sports that the big feature of this console is that you can do a little whoosh with your hand and actually roll a bowling ball like you would in real life, except without dealing with the hefty weight of a real bowling ball. Now this is the feature that the Wii can offer you. Not only this grand expanse of gravity and planets and space and all of the amazing cosmos you can reach and achieve and make the most of your goals, but also the idea that now you can feel as though you are helping give Mario the extra boost to his jump that he needs to be the Jumpman of legend. This is a launch star. Shake the press when you're near one to shoot through space like a comet. Now go and explore the universe. There are lots and lots of galaxies for you to discover. And so with this, here we go. Opening segment. So already on our own, we've seen. Okay, never mind. I moved my hands up just to get some space from the armrests of my chair. So now we've gone from just, ooh, wow, the intrigue and amazement of hopping on a planetoid in a situation not too dissimilar from the miraculous feeling of jumping around Peach's castle in Super Mario 64. But also, now look at this amazement. Look at how we can do this. Now you are launching from planet to planet and dealing with all these different little obstacles on each of these planets, and with the spin jump and with the different gravitational pull around everything, there's always a different method of form of dealing with these obstacles. And that is just, like, there's so much to really, like, say about Mario Galaxy. It is sort of like one of those things. It's ironic for me to say this, because I feel the same way about 64. And I'm not entirely too certain that 64 still isn't my favorite 3D Mario game. Maybe playing through this all the way will convince me otherwise. But for my money, this is another classic Mario situation. It's very Wizard of Oz. It's like moving from sepia tone to the amazement of Technicolor. And I say that knowing that that's what 64 is as well. Super Mario 64 is also moving from sepia tone to Technicolor. So maybe this actually, the difference might be actually going from, say, classic 4x3 full screen to widescreen panoscope sort of stuff, where the expanse, the grand expanse of everything that could be attainable and attested to in the grand like masterworks of the universe is all like displayed here. The variety of what is possible and achievable in this whole franchise is so it's hard to put it into words. It's genuinely it's hard to put it into words. And it's why this was so much of a humongous like knock you off your feet experience, because there was so much that Nintendo threw here. Because the thing is too, and this is actually something else, it's amazing to say this, it is of my personal critical opinion, and I say this as just one subjective person, but it is of my belief that the greatest masterworks of art are those things which can push the boundaries and be innovations, and yet you don't realize they're innovations when you experience them. Because when you, like, have them placed in front of you, even if it's, like, something that feels familiar, it's also something that you don't even potentially realize, but is actually humongously unique and innovative and very experimental and artistic. I think that possibly plays into why I'm such a Beatles fan after all these years, is because you would feel like, you know, like for me, after listening to what is essentially 12 hours of music for like nearly 25 years of my life now, like, and listening to it over and over again, why do I never get sick of hearing that band? And I think what plays into it is honestly the feeling that there's so much to pick apart from listening to those records, while also it acting as like a sort of comfort food. I think it's one of those things that like it can be very crowd pleasing. Like listening to the Beatles can be a very crowd pleasing experience, while also being a masterclass in artistic innovation and technological like marvels and all those sort of things. That's, I feel like, kind of what the Mario games sort of symbolize in a way as well. And certainly Galaxy is testament to that. If let's go with this. Let's say if Super Mario Bros. 1 is the please please me of video games, if Super Mario 3 is the Rubber Soul, Mario World is the Revolver, and Mario 64 like the Sgt. Pepper, and Mario Sunshine the White Album, I think I could say that probably Super Mario Galaxy is the Abbey Road of platforming video games. It is, in a sense, not a humongous, like, ginormous. It's so finely crafted. It's so finely crafted as what it tries to be, and has everything brought to like a very like intentional like sheen of wonderment and brilliance, and just it's a bunch of people who are just on their own very great at their craft. It's a bunch of people who know their craft and know how to like do it to a very well honed, perfected bit. It's very much the work of people going, you know what, by now we know what we can do. We know what people want from us, we know what they want to hear, and we know what we're capable of. Let's show what we're capable of. Let's make something so, like, overpowering of the senses almost, that it just will leave this enduring, crowd-pleasing mark on everyone who experiences it and plays it, and will be viewed of as, like, some humongous thumbprint on the industry and the art form and what we did with it. I feel like that's kind of what Mario Galaxy can represent, to some degree. That's my subjective belief. And in typical fashion, if you have noticed, I once again was able to find a way to relate everything back to my love of music. If there's one thing I can do diligently, it's say, hey, this thing that has very little to do with the other thing, it actually has everything to do with this other thing. What I'm saying is that you press me, and I will always be able to find a way to wrap everything around to the Beatles. Okay. Now then, with all that being said, here we are at the Comet Observatory. This will act as our Delfino Plaza, as our Peach's Castle, as our Comet Observatory. The beacon is lit again. It shines weakly, maybe only as bright as a Class 6 star, but at least the poor Lumas will survive for now. I'm trying to decide what voice I want to give this character. Oh, thank you for saving the Grand Star. I already know what voice I gave this character. These star people are my family. They mean so much to me. Welcome to the Comet Observatory. It's my home, and also home to the Lumas. You see, we travel the starry skies. We pass by this area once every 100 years, but we suddenly stopped in front of this planet. A strange force had latched onto our ship, pulling away star bits in our power source. Power stars. Our ship had lost power, so it entered a deep hibernation state in which it could not move. Those who took your special one picked up the power stars and discovered the power to cross the universe. Across the universe. I did it again. Please, I have a request. This observatory uses star power to project images of the galaxies that are scattered across space. And there is a chance we can use our few remaining stars to look for other power stars. These round rooms are called domes. We call them that because they look like domes. We observe galaxies from domes such as these. But the only one that is working now, powered by the star power you restored, is this one, the Terrace. Please, go to the Terrace and try to recover the power stars from the galaxies you can see from there. If we do that, we'll be able to restore the Comet Observatory's ability to fly like a starship. Then perhaps we can pursue the thieves who ran off with the power stars. Yeah, I mean, it would probably be worth our while to save the game, wouldn't it? Just a little bit. Just a little bit of saving. Could not hurt. So, in typical fashion with the other 3D Mario games that we've been playing so far, the way I want to approach this is do a star for each different level. Just to keep the variety flowing and moving gracefully and all that sort of stuff and all that jazz and all that wonderful stuff. And in doing so, let us head on over to the Terrace. Welcome! This dome acts as an eye of the observatory. From here we can gaze upon distant galaxies. Once this Luma transforms into a pull star, it will guide you to those faraway galaxies. Simply point your at the pull star and press A. If you lose suit of the zoot, you can reset it with zoot. If you're playing in... This is not something that you would see if you were playing on the Wii, silly person. Alright, and so here we go. Pull him with this. These are the galaxies that can be observed from this dome. The numbers represent the distance from the observatory. The bigger the number, the greater the distance. The more power stars you find, the farther you will be able to travel. So, there's an unspoken thing about the layout of the levels in this game. There's something very unspoken about how it presents itself and how it decides to show off all the different many things that it shows off. Which is that, unlike, say, Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine, where you had this set level of major overworlds of which you could explore again and again and again. This game goes, okay, we're going to have a lot of those, but they're going to be smaller. And we're going to present them as their own little individual solar systems. There's an unspoken thing about how this game presents these solar systems in these domes, which is that we're returning now to the layout of how levels were presented in Super Mario 1, 3, and World, and New Super Mario Bros. Each of the domes, each of these little solar systems that you can see from these domes, are on their own the equivalency of here's World 1, World 2, World 3, World 4. And you'll have the individual levels inside of them, but on the whole, this is World 1. All of this, the Terrace is World 1 of Super Mario Galaxy. And each of these individual levels are World 1-1, World 1-2, World 1-3, World 1-4, World 1-5. Except now, because they also are implementing gameplay from Super Mario 64 and Sunshine, it's not just World 1-1, we're going to go to World 1-1-1. There's 3 layers of this. There's the massive overworld of this solar system. There's the mini level themselves, and then there are the challenges inside those levels. Which means, in no small way, that even though Nintendo with Galaxy have gone for a more streamlined approach to how you explore these levels, there is now 10 times more content in this game than there has been in any other Mario game preceding it. It also means that, if my theory is correct, this should be the first Mario game in this marathon that takes over 2 months to actually play through completely. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. So here we go. Let's not waste any more time. Yes, it's undeniable. We're detecting Power Star energy patterns in the nearest galaxy. But I must warn you that the evil energy readings are off the charts. Please be careful. Let's head to World 1-1-1, Good Egg Galaxy, and the mission of Dino Piranha. Let's go. Oh my, oh my. So how y'all doing? Hope y'all are having a lovely day today. I am going to be very excited to be able and play through this game. Especially considering how, like I've said, this is one of the few games I haven't played through completely all the way. So the spin also does introduce a new thing, a new mechanic with this game. So I don't know if you were able to pick up on it from the last level, but what has changed as well is that now we have a second currency implemented in place of this game. The coins are still as ever present as usual, and jumping on enemies will net you those coins, or running through bushes like that. But the coins now have a different function. Instead of being the coins of yore, where it was always like, oh wow, you got all these coins, isn't that useful, and 100 next to an extra life. Now that role has been fulfilled with star bits. And unlike the coins, which peak out at like 100 coins and then they reset the counter, the star bits will just keep on rolling and keep on being tracked again and again and again. 50 of those net you a 1-up. So, and I still think 100 coins would probably net you a 1-up in this game as well, though I think their coins are now much, much harder to obtain, so instead you have the star bits taking their place. And all of this sort of introduces a different kind of set mechanic, wherein with the way this game presents its gameplay style and how it presents itself in terms of movement and combat, you have the 2 options. So now, instead of a situation like, say, so in Super Mario 64, you could jump on the enemies as usual, but you could also punch them. But the punching mechanic was never something that I think was utilized to the greatest extent in 64. Because the punch had very limited range. You had to get real up close to enemies to use it to any noticeable degree. And even when you did, it normally could end up with you getting injured rather than achieving something that is akin to actually succeeding in a level. Here, you can jump on enemies the same as always with Mario, but because of the gravity mechanics and because of the wider range of depth perception and not always being able to guess where your jump is going to land, sometimes jumping on enemies is not the most reliable course of action to take. So, with the spin jump, which is also used to help you land jumps better and more reliably through this game, what they have in place now is a system wherein you can use that same exact spin jump that you use on everything. You can use that spin to attack the enemies, and it will work pretty much as effectively as the regular old jump. However, the difference is that if you spin, you're not going to get coins from defeating an enemy like you would in Super Mario 64 or Super Mario Sunshine. Instead, what you're going to get is star bits, which are all over the place. So, the choice then becomes, do you want to spin attack these enemies, or do you want to jump on them? I'm going to make a very decided decision, which is that all of the enemies who are unique to Mario Galaxy, I will be trying to attack with the spin attack. And all of the enemies who are fresh and new to, or who are classic Mario enemies that have been here since the very beginning, I'm going to be trying to attack by jumping on them in classic Mario fashion. So, Goombas are going to be dealt with jumps. But those like space Goombas that have the little stars on their head, those will be dealt with a good old spin attack. So, let me just... Okay, well, this is going to be detrimental to me. I can tell that already. Having some issue. Alright, here we go. I will say, sometimes this will see what happens. I had a lot to unpack there. I know the working theory is that you're supposed to be able to spin these craters and, like, get a bunch of star bits out of them, but as you can see, I'm not the best at doing that, so I'm just going to forego trying that any further before I die on the first level and look quite the fool, because goodness knows, I don't want to be seen as a fool. Okay, so those are Galaxy enemies. They can be dealt with good old-fashioned hops. Piranha plants, jumps. You deal with piranha plants with jumps. You deal with the little blue boys and this guy here. This guy, well, I jumped on him. I didn't want to. I wanted to spin attack him and get some more star bits. But you work with what you got. Ooh-doo-doo-doo. Okay, so we're gonna need to get rid of use. Turn directly into star bits. Okay, so what do we got to work with here? So now I like half remember some of these challenges you see. Ah, there's this. Deal with that. Where does this pipe lead? Is this the next area? Or did I bypass a whole bunch of that planet on accident? Whoops. Did not mean to do that silly decision. And what do we get from this? Yeah, it's the next area, I believe. Oh. Was that it? Oh well. Come on, coin coffer, get closer in here. I know you want to. Of course, you're not a coin coffer in this game. You're a starbit coffer. There you are. There we go. I will say I do prefer the coin coffer design that's in the 3D World games. That's neither here nor there. That's all subjective. Okay, so I ran out of things to say, but in fairness to me, I did rant and rave about the importance of this game for nearly an hour. So I excuse myself, and that's the only person who I got to live up to there. So okay. Let's try to nab as many star bits in the sky as we can. Ooh, fixed camera angle. Here we go. Time to deal with the boss. So this is classic Mario antagonism. Dino Piranhas just sitting in their egg. They aren't causing no harm to no one, and we're just gonna be like, hey, I'm here to cause problems. Pop! There we go. So this is just classic Mario antagonism. It's also, if you think about it, another wink and a nod to Nintendo's past for who do we follow up against with the PD Piranha battle in Mario Sunshine, but with another Piranha Plant-esque battle with Dino Piranha? So it is very much Nintendo being like, yep, we play these games too. We made them. That's how we play them. Okay, and that should be it, right? Yeah, just rip all the petals off of Dino Piranha. That'll teach him for existing. Joke's on you. You thought you could live a life? I say no to you. I contest you, Dino Piranha. Let us make sure that we grabbed everything. I mean, I could use the coin. I don't think that's going to carry over, though, when we get back to the Comet Observatory. The star bits will, but not the coin. And here we go. A return also to the stars of old, by which I mean a return to the stars from 64. My lunch has now gone completely cold. I expected this to happen. Oh well. Alrighty. So what do we got to deal with now? Save game. Where is it? Yes. You're gonna see me doing this a lot, where I will have to be making intentional decisions with resetting the motion control AR sensor. Those are star bits. To Lumas, they are the tastiest and most delectable treats imaginable. Aim your at the screen and point your at them to pick them up. If you're playing Babajilulu, you can also by If you have some, shoot them by aiming blues and pressing that button. Why don't we try it out? Aim at me and feed me some star bits. So you just gotta attach this. There we go. Yes. And then that's the ticket. Yes. Tasty. Let's call those little morsels my fee for this lesson. You can also shoot them at enemies or feed them to a hungry Luma. Either way, I'm sure Starbits will be a big help on your adventure. Alright, so there we go with that. Well, we got a taste of Good Egg Galaxy there, so oh, we don't have enough stars. I see how it is. Well, might as well return to Good Egg Galaxy once more and see what's up there. Now, we are going to see an introduction of a new mechanic, which isn't entirely new. We see now the return of how stars are presented in Sunshine, which is that they tell you where they are, but also how each level will have a little bit of a difference to it in its presentation based off of which star you're collecting. And that is what we are dealing with here in this level, because from this outset, we look at Good Egg Galaxy, and it looks almost the same as it did last level. Still got the little guys here. Still got this little thing here, which I don't think I even bothered with first go around. And if we go over in this direction, head over here like we did before. And what do we got going on over here? Look, there's the Goomba, as before. You jump on him, get the coin. This is all... We did this before. We're just gonna have to do this again? No, the game says. Where there was once a launch star, now there is nothing. Nothing here. So what does this mean? It means we must now think outside the box. We must now look deep within ourselves and figure out, if that wasn't the way to the star, where is? And there we find our little different pathway mechanic. The most useful, most intriguing, most powerful a statement to make in an artistic landscapes. It happens every day. Whoops, how dare you smack me in the face like that without your arms? I forbid you from doing that. I should figure out what the names of those enemies are. I currently do not recall. I've got a hungry friend up ahead. You don't mind sharing your snacks, do you? Head forward using the and the A bunch of pull stars. The sound design in this game is incredible too. That's something that I'm certain by now many people know, but is always worth repeating. So now we've implemented this concept of, yes, there are multiple ways to get to multiple places, and each way is important and vital and useful in its own fashion and style and intrigue. Whoop, gotta watch out for when these little circle bushes go, oh, I smack you back in the face. Because I would be most disappointed if they did that. There we go. And Goomba. I know they want me to spin attack that Goomba to get more star bits, because the whole point and parcel of this level is to travel a rotation of planets to eventually grind out enough star bits to feed that hungry Luma up ahead. But I have committed to my belief that I will be attacking Goombas in the way that they deserve to be attacked, which is by jumping. And I will commit to that bit for this entire series. So you best believe that if I can make things harder for myself, I will. Don't challenge me on that. I will do it. I will make things needlessly complicated, because that's just what I do best. Whew. Okay. So I think we've gotten about everything we can on this planet. Let's head on over to the next one. Oop. I scrubbed a couple from way out yonder. Alright. Now then, what do we got to work with here? Well, I see once again we have the return of these little rolling pins. Ah, I actually did it. I actually did it that time. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I know, I can compliment myself. Isn't that miraculous? Now, I gotta figure out the circumference and diameter of how this thing's rolling. I think if I do it there... Oh, goody. Look at that. I thought ahead. I thought ahead and I worked with what I could think of, and that's what I did. Now then, you got... Whoops. Okay, I did that, which wasn't the smartest of maneuvers. There we go. I just gotta think beyond what I view of as my own subjective limitations and just be like, yeah, this'll work. There we go. That's more like it. And what do we got going on here? Oh, well, we got that, but there's also this over here. I don't know what this leads to. Let's go check. Just a coin? Okay, I can live with that. This isn't New Mario 2, where coins are vitally important. Oh, I tried to nab those. It did not succeed. Alright, so here we are at the planet with the Hungry Luma. How many do you need?
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Got any tasty star bits? If you feed me a bunch, I'll burst with snacky happiness and then transform! I'm famished. I need 100 star bits to curb the hunger pangs.
Lucky for you, we got 168, so I don't need to travel too far. Here we go. Oh, did they implement a, like, counter there on it? That's kind of cool they did.
That's it! I'm stuffed! Here we go! Transform!
And... a whole new planet was born! Now we got the pink launch stars. Born out of food and feeding hunger. This is why we gotta solve world hunger, people. Because if we do, then how are we gonna... If people are starving, then how are we ever gonna find new planets? And also just, like, basic human empathy and looking out for people, since everyone deserves to be fed and taken care of and housed and homed, you know? That's just a general thing that everyone deserves. But also then we need to find new planets. We just need to find new planets, and we're not gonna find new planets until we feed everyone. That's how it works. You know it and I know it too. We've established that today. That's the lesson to take away from today. So now then, bop. There we go with that. And there we go with that. And if I move over here, I will nearly, yep, I'll get whacked in the face. That doesn't help me. But what if I do this? There we go, we do that. And that nets us a 1-up. And also, since we have wall jumps, we can just bypass a whole heck ton of level. Whoops, that's the wrong button. I had to move beyond being used to using the left trigger hand to do a long jump. Because the reality is it's still that button that does that, but I'm playing this with the Joy-Cons detached. And so what I perceive of as the left trigger button is actually the right trigger button, which would do the launching of the star bits, and I need to keep those on standby for as long as I can. And so it's important to keep that there running as smoothly as possible. So that's what I talk about when I say I have to work with a mirrored perception of how one would regularly go about playing this game. So now we see the rise and the start of what Galaxy will bring to the table, which is the implementation of 2D Mario level design within a 3D space. And here we also see not only the return of classic 2D Mario platforming shenanigans, but also we see Nintendo really hamming up the way that they can work with their system of inverted gravity, which is to say that by doing this, they can remind us, yep, we know it, we're in space, and we are in space. I mean, just in general, we're in space anyway, because all space is space. But still, they say to us, yep, we know it, and you know it too, that we are in actuality in a world with gravity. And gravity changes from world to world. Some places have high gravity, some places have low gravity. And this place has topsy-turvy gravity, dependent on where you are. It's poles, really. It's poles apart. It's sometimes you're in the South Pole, sometimes you're in the North Pole, and sometimes you're in the East Pole. And this is the pole that I have bookmarked on my phone. This is my straw poll of words. Anyway, what's going on with the twist turns there? Mario just wanted to do a little fun run for a little bit. It worked well for his health. It got him places near and far. Okay, bop, there we go. So here's a little twist turn speedrun strat for all you. They want you in this little section to collect these blue star bit coins, because if you do that, then you'll be able to get a pull star to reach the power star there. But why you gotta do that? We got a long jump. We got a long jump and a spin jump. We can just skip that whole bit, grab the star right there. You don't even gotta worry about a thing. It's right there. It's right there in our hands. Why worry about it? I ask. I ask of you, really, why would you worry about this? About this stuff going on here today? Why worry? Our score has been updated, and we have increased our star bit count. How superb, wonderful, and superb. Okay, we discovered a new galaxy in the Terrace, which means we can actually get a little bit of a dance of variety going on here. Well done, brave explorer. You've discovered a new galaxy. Collecting power stars will expand our range of vision, perhaps to eventually include the enemy base. Yes, again, save the game. Might as well. What's there to lose? Except our progress. So, woo! There we go. Now then, let's make use of the fact that we've unlocked this next galaxy by going over. Y'all, you ready for the return of the suits? And I don't mean the corporate suits. I don't like those suits. I mean the power-up suits. You know, we had in Mario 64 the 3 caps: wing, metal, and invisible. And in Sunshine, they gave us nozzles of the hover variety, of the rocket variety, and of the propeller turbo whoosh whoosh variety. And those were all lovely, but they weren't suits. They were hats and hoses. And yes, that is the name of a band. It's my indie band, Hats and Hoses. But beyond that, where were the classic Mario suits that made 3D 2D? And if you don't know what I mean by that, then you're I can't help you out there. I don't know what to tell you. But therein lies a mushroom, a new kind of mushroom. A kind of mushroom like what we've never seen before. Would you believe it if I told you it was new? It is. You just had to trust me on this one. Get these mosquitoes out of here! I don't want any of yous in my way. No, what we got going on here? You as well. Hey, come back here. Get these mosquitoes out of my way. Don't want any of that. What we got here instead is...
See that area behind the waterfall? And that's our queen's castle.
Cool. But what we got here is... You transformed into B, Mario. Hold B to buzz around. Whoa, fly, fly, fly. And now we have seen it. The return of classic Mario outfits. Not since Raccoon Leaf has there been a Mario item of this magnitude. And that, I'm not even kidding when I say that. That's probably true. It's, however, impervious to water. That's unfortunate. Most unfortunate indeed. But we needed to get these coins. So, that is indeed, I mean, like, honestly, B Mario? Now, not only do we have the hover mechanic of Flood, but also B Mario's just so cute. Just so cute. Look at the oof. Doesn't take damage too well, though. So, I want all of you out of here. Get out of here. You get out of here. You get out of here. You can just get right up on out of here, and you can get up on out of here too. I'm gonna go get my B power-up back, because I want it. I want it, and I need it, and I want it. Besides, I need it anyway for getting those coins and replenishing my life. There we go. Oh, I just realized you were here. Whoops. Well, don't worry, I'll get my coins back. Give me back my money, Piranha Plant. There we go. You could say that me going back to deal with that Piranha Plant and injuring myself further was a waste of time. I would counter with you. So there we go. We got that coin. Now let us head forward and make some forward motion momentum. See, that's our castle. This hole leads to the Queen's castle. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. 1 up. 16 lives. My hope is that that carries over. I don't think it does. In fact, I know it doesn't. So, lives are really meaningless in this sort of situation. Most unfortunate, but whatever. Yeah, work with what you got. I mean, like, it's to my knowledge that pretty much outside of probably Sunshine, the life counter in 3D Mario games means very, very little. Maybe 3D World, if we're counting 3D World. I mean, we should, because it is a 3D Mario game. It just has the design of 2D Mario games. But anyway, yeah, get out of here. I don't want any of your shenanigans. Okay, so, gotta wade through this honey. Alright, and bop, there we go. So, this may behoove me to have some non-B motion going on, but who wants to do that? When I say you can just chillax with B Mario for as long as possible. Besides, we got the nice hover ability right now with the ow. Okay, you took my most cherished, valued item away from me. You shall pay, Piranha Plant. Pay dearly, I say. There we go. However, we can deal with these Octo Goombas over here. No, none of that. None of your spitting rocks. What do you think you are? You think? What you think you're a Zelda? You think you're a Zelda? You're not a Zelda. You're not a Zelda enemy. You're a Mario enemy. You're a fusion of Goombas and Octorok. And I reject your notions of being able to launch things at me as if I were a Link. We have a game for that. We don't need it again. Okay, we can recenter the camera by pressing the R stick, which again, I shall remind you, on my end is just a regular old left stick, but you work with the brain working in reverse, and that's how you get stuff done when you are left-handed. That's how it works all the time. It's well documented, of course. Okay, so now from here, we can land on these flowers. Of course, if we were big boy, regular old human Mario, this wouldn't work at all. And these flowers would just be like, hey, don't step on me, I don't allow this. But they're cool with bees doing it. And I get why, because, you know, pollination is a whole thing. Jerry Seinfeld taught us all about it. He did, and he will do it again one day. I know he will. You think Jerry Seinfeld is gonna sit on the potential of a B-movie sequel? That is just inevitable. Nothing's stopping him, outside of, I'm assuming, his own lack of interest. Because if there's one thing that Jerry Seinfeld is very well known for, if there's one thing to be said about Jerry Seinfeld, is that he is nothing if not dedicated to portraying himself as a guy who can make a lot of, you know, very well beloved entertainment by making it about how he's putting in as little effort as possible. And that is what is to be said about that, you know. Like, I mean, he knows that B-Movie 2 is what the world is craving. A more opportunistic man would have said, wow, my movie from 2007, which exists because I cracked wise at a joke with other rich people, people keep referencing it. I might as well, like, cash in, right? Like, wouldn't that be what you would do? You'd be like, wow, I was just kind of spitballing this in my garage with some buddies and pals for the longest time, and now people won't stop talking about it. Maybe the potential is there. Can I franchise this? Could I franchise my movie about making bee puns? Could I do that? That is the ultimate question. Send your answers to the following recipients. I want to see the answers be given out to George Wendt, Pete Harris, and Francisco Maxine. And who might you be? A physician, we presume? No matter, we are in the most vexing predicament and require assistance. The most furious itchiness plagues our entire being. It must be stopped. Please find the source at once. Okay, so, whoosh, 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 whoosh. So, here's the thing. A physician's job is, you know, you're looking, I mean, I guess it's a physician's job to some degree, right? I mean, if someone's got, like, an itch or a rash, that's like dermatology. We're the resident dermatologist. It's the fact that we've now been found out for our ruse as non-bees, that we've been playing bee cosplay instead of being genuine in our bee-ness. Is that going to hinder our chances at being the queen bee's physician? Is it going to hamper our abilities that we don't even have a medical degree? That we are in fact a plumber, just posing as a bee, posing as a physician? Will these things affect our chances? I say, who really cares? It's a video game. Let's not get too overwhelmed by silliness. This is an Italian plumber. Whoop. Irzai, thank you for the follow. I hope I pronounced that name right. But thank you so much for the follow, and I hope you enjoy what you see. I hope you have yourself a fun time here today. Whoop, I did not mean to ground pound. Alright, so... whoosh, here we go with that. Now then, let's do this. And this, and now here we go. Oh, you know what? I think I found it. I think I found what's causing your itchiness. You got, yes, that's the ticket. you've got a bunch of stuff in your fur. You might need to clean that out. You know, I recognize that you don't want to touch water, but a good shower may do you well.
My thanks, you have shown much bravery, newbie. We trust that we may rely on you in the future.
There we go. Oh, that wasn't it?
That wasn't a star? That was the way to the store?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I could have sworn that would have been the way to the star. But there's more. Oh my goodness gosh, there's more. Well, look who it is.
How are you back? Glad to see you're okay.
You're sleeping on the job.
Hello, Mario.
All right.
Oh, boy! Mario? Hey, it's you! We escaped from Peach's castle, too! But then we thought Bowser would get us, and then we got lost with Luigi. Oh, I just remembered. We found the Power Star. I'm sure you need this, so here, take it.
And here he is, Captain Toad! The beginnings of Captain Toad in his ways. He will serve us well, especially when we get to Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, which is not a part of the Mario Marathon. I fooled you, because that would be if I was playing the spin-off games, and that would involve me playing through the RPGs, and the Peach game, and the Yoshi games, and the Wario games, and the party games, and the racing games, and the sports games, and finally the Toad games. And also the learning games, the computer games, the CDI games, the card games, the board games, the novels, and I don't have time for any of those. So, you know, what I'm saying is Captain Toad's here.
Mario, your name is Mario, isn't it? That is what I heard from your friends who just arrived. Mario, it has such a nice ring. It sounds marketable. Your friends are waiting for you in the garage. I think they want to tell you something, so you'd best hurry on over there.
Okay, so yes, this game sure does like to ask me if I want to save a lot. Why would I not want to save? What good would it do me to be like taking my chances in my own risks? My hands wouldn't appreciate it. Let's talk to the boy.
Mario, somehow we made it too. We'll help you get the Power Stars and save Princess Peach. You can count on us, Mario. We're all in this together. That's right, I saw High School Musical as well. It is 2007, so it's the Smash Movie Sensation of the Year. Woohoo!
The ship is for toads. It sure is. Hey, this is going to be where we go all the time if we just need some extra health boosts, by which I mean lives. Since, as you know, and as I said before, my phone goes off. Why does my phone go off? Where did I even put my phone? Goodness gracious, where's that at? Oh, it's over here. I'm gonna just silence this very quickly so it stops causing me nonsense. But there we go with that. Now then. As I was saying, as I was in the midst of describing to all of the viewers back home, the deal with Mario Galaxy, whoops, wrong joystick. The deal with Mario Galaxy is that because it is the way it is, it borrows from 64 in that the life counter really is meaningless because every single time you log off from the game, your life counter resets, so doesn't really accomplish much to be like, oh, I maxed out my life counter. Pfft, big deal. So you played the game all in one sitting. I mean, maybe that's a big deal, but you could have done other stuff with your existence. Instead, let us go over to the Honey Hive Galaxy once again, because I want to be equalized in how many stars I've gotten from each different world. Now, as I sit here, trouble on the tower. My point is that Captain Toad's function, up until Captain Toad gets his own game, Captain Toad's function in the Galaxy games is going to be primarily being like, oh, hey, I'm here to tell you I found a star without you. You did all this work for nothing. And will be mainly to be on the Comet Observatory, just cranking out one-ups for us to munch on, which is going to be most useful at the start of each of these streams. At the moment, I'm nonplussed by it, because I've got, like, 21 lives, so I'm making good, decent do with what I got here. I'm not too presciently concerned with how many lives I've got. I've got enough to be satisfied and happy. Whoosh! And, whoosh! Oh, there we go. Alright, now, so, as we can see from the motion of the bees and the amount of platforms we got sitting here with us, the main current gimmick, as it were, of this level is indeed going to be ground pounding, which has made a return, I think. It was definitely in New Super Mario Bros. It was definitely in Mario 64, and I don't recall if it was in Sunshine. I feel as though it was, because actually it was, because that was one of the things you could do with the rocket nozzle, was ground pound. But now you can go back to just using your regular old pound. Regular old pounder. Just like the boop, boop, there it goes. So, that's gonna help you out there with all this. You've taken my money before, but now you're giving it back. How's that feel, Piranha Plant? Alright, give me all this. Oh, whoop. Okay, overjumped there. Whoosh! Oh! Well, that's just unfortunate. Remember what I said earlier about how, like, oh, who needs those lives? Who needs those lives anyway? Like, all the lives. Ooh. You know, we don't gotta worry too much. But also, we should worry a little. That's the basic general idea of what I've got going on here. Whoa, there we go. Whoa, and we could have probably gone back, but I didn't want to. Oh, I guess I could do this too, couldn't I? Yes, I could. Whoosh, there we go with that. Up. And let's just do this. I do like how they revamped the trampoline gimmicks of that. Now it's all about ground pounding and less so about, like, actually mastering the art of working with the wonky mechanics of Mario trampolines, since they've never been the best trampoline mechanics in video games. So, alright, there we go with that, and there we go with that as well. Superb, superb, superb. Oh, look, it's Wiggler! Howdy, Wiggler. Everyone likes Wiggler. Oh, what a still frame. Oh, poor Wiggler. I'm sorry. Oh, there went Wiggler. Wiggler and their abilities. Okay, so wood. Very woody vibe to this level, I must say. I haven't always. Oh, what's this? Signs. Yep, it's me, the famous Gilboard. If you want to climb this wall, you better listen up. When you stick to the wall, so say I, Gilboard. Oh, I get it. Oh, I get it. 'Cause Gilbert. But it's Gilboard instead. I understand. Good one, Nintendo. Good. Good job. You did it. I'm proud. Okay, so what do we do? 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 What do we do over here? Whoosh. Okay, up. 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 I guess this is it, isn't it? Yeah, whoop. Okay, never mind. Hang on. I can make it. Whoosh, there we go. Always gotta be on the lookout for potential star bits to nab. There were some right over there. Oh, there goes this. Alright, we got more of you friendly folk over on this whole step ladder luge. This is indeed what we got going on here. Just gotta deal with all of you. There we go. That's what I like to see. A little bit of, at least. Alright. Oh, there's Wiggler again. Wiggler is just doing their thing. I never feel happy attacking Wiggler. Because Wiggler just wants to wiggle. Wiggler just wants to wiggle. Wouldn't you just want to wiggle? If you knew what everything was about. If you knew what the world was really about. Also, we see the return of the superstar. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. This is, I think, potentially my least favorite iteration of the superstar. I don't know how I feel about the kind of like, okay, flashing colors of this one. And also, just like, he runs so fast like this. It's a lot to handle sometimes, is what I'm saying. And boop, there we go. So, and there's still the queen over there doing her thing off in the distance. Am I falling off completely? Am I falling off completely? Really? I fell off completely, didn't I? Whoa. Whoa. What? This shouldn't be. Oh, this sent me here somehow. How did this happen? What? I'm actually perplexed. How did I get here? What am I doing here? Was this where I was supposed to go? I feel like it wasn't. And yet I'm here now. Oh? Okay. Oops. Interesting. Hey, how am I to get back over to where I was supposed to be in the level? Because I feel as though I've made an error. I've made a horrendous mistake. I feel as though that is what I've done. Oops, okay, well, that didn't help either. Is there a way that I can quickly nab me a life? I'm over here. There we go. Okay, there's that. Let me at least get some of these out of my way. Since they are, in fact, impeding a lot of my progress. This better be a life at the end of this. Okay, well, what are we getting here? Okay, good, so this. This solves some of my problems, not all of them. I still only have one hit, so... At this point now, having this is really more about just, like, getting out of this room safely. Alright, but there we go with that. How am I gonna replenish? I'm like, actually, I'm a little bit, like, overwhelmed. I don't know how I got here. I don't know why I got here. I don't know where to go from here. I don't know if this means that I have to do all of the level over again. It will be a humongous shame if I do have to do all of it over again. I think I do. Looks to me as though that is the case. So, a little bit disappointing. But not unsolvable. We can make this work. We are, you know, very well honed at doing things. You know, this is what we can do. This is just what we can do. And there we go with that. Okay, now launch me over here. I need to get back onto this vine. This is a whole heck ton of backtracking. I can feel it in my bones, and that is not where you want to be feeling the frustration. But, you know, that's the fun of Mario games. That's the fun of the Mario Marathon. You never know when you're going to do something wacky and kooky and off the wall like this. This happens every day. I'm certain of it. Okay, the relics are back here, so it's not that tremendously awful. It was just the normal amount of awful. No, I mean, that's unfair. But still, like, it was like, I still don't know what that was about at all. Okay, so we're gonna have to get this windmill working. And it looks like this might be the solution to our problem. This right here. Look at that. Look at it go. Just gotta watch out for these termites. Yes, indeed. That is what you do, isn't it? You just get stomped on and explode. Alright. So here we are at the windmill. Whoosh! There we go. Just like taking an elevator. And oh, this is the boss fight, I think, for the level. Oops. Need a little bit of extra distance on that. Let it be known they charged first. I did not kill their child. They launched first. They attacked first. They are the aggressor in the situation. They went at me. You saw. We all saw. That wasn't uncalled for. It was self-defense. Self-defense. That's what we were acting in. We were acting in self-defense. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Ugh. But that's the second star of the Honey Hive Galaxy. Trouble on the tower. I score. Yes. And yes. Discovered a new galaxy, even. Well, well, well. Shall we save the game? Why not? You never know when you might need to do that. So, what are we up to now with things? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 worlds. We've just unlocked this one. Loop-de-loop galaxy. Oh, ha, ha, ho. Oh, I know what this is about. I know what this is about. And some of you more dedicated Mario Galaxy players will recall this too. I'm going surfing, surfing. I was me trying to do a version of the Beach Boys song Surfin'. It's more evident when you have 5 people singing it in harmony than when it's just one person doing a solo vocal. But that is most likely the case for most Beach Boys songs. Are you a surfer too? I mean, like, yeah, I guess. Oh, but this is your first time race surfing, right? Right. Well then, let me show you the ropes. Now, let me explain. Try to match the guide on the bottom right. Oh, okay, like that. Yeah, and that's the basic position. Right. To turn left, twist left from that starting position. Like this. Correct, that's how you turn left, right. To turn right, you've got to twist it, turn to the right. Right. Yep, that's how you turn right. Then all you got to do is hold down B to speed up. Alright, that's all you need to know. Now give it a go on the course. Right. Okay, so we do this. And it's just a neat little like tutorial of, oh look, here's a bunch of coins. If you can get the coinage, then you got some coins to coin out about. It's just that easy. There we go. Whoop, did it. So here comes the real star challenge. I'm intrigued to see how this goes, because on the couple of occasions where I've done this course, I am not the most superb at it. It has everything to do with the turning. There are some noticeable sharp turns in this level, so we'll see how well it goes. I am working with the... Yep, there we go with that. This went about as well as I could have imagined it would go. I think not having a sensor bar does play a factor into this as well. But it's gyroscope based now, so not having a sensor bar shouldn't affect things too greatly, I would imagine. I don't know, it's hard to say. I did get the 1-up though. I missed the 1-up, so now at this point it's less about nabbing every collectible I can get. I mean, I get that's the point of this game, is to get as many power stars as possible. This is now more of a case of survival, really. It's all about living to see another day. See, this is what I mean about the sharp turns. They come and they show up and they say, hey, we're sharp. Got sharp edges, give you paper cuts. And I go, ow! My fingers are too delicate for your paper cuts, video game. I don't appreciate when you do that. Woohoo! Wee-hee! Is that a thing, actually? Like, me tilting up like that, is that actually affecting, a jump? I thought it was, but I could be wrong. Nearly there, though. And also, hey, the Shine Sprite gate is back. And look at that. Did it in 2 tries. That's more than 1. A minute, 2 seconds, 41 milliseconds. Congratulations. You deserve a gold medal. Right. Here you are. I don't know why I decided to give this penguin the voice of, Donner from, or is it Blitzen? Whichever one is in the Rudolph Christmas special. It's like, well, let him join in any more reindeer games. Right. This is that one. I decided to do that. There's a great multitude of choices out there in the world, and I said, hey, I'm going to do this one. So that galaxy is complete. That's useful to know. I think what I'm going to do for the current moment is, I think we've reached a threshold where we're about halfway through the Terrace. And my current plan is that I want to get through all of the Terrace today. I think that was going to be a good guesstimation of what to do in this course. However, I need to quickly go on a BRB screen so I can go get myself a drink and just recharge my energy. Because I am running low on energy at this current moment. So what we're going to do, I think we're halfway through this so far. I'm going to go on a quick break, get myself a drink, and when I come back, we're going to wrap up the Terrace. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a few moments. And we're back, and we're back. Whoa, hey, and we're back. Ooh doo 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 doo. I don't know why I'm humming Meet the Mets, because I'm not a fan of baseball too much. I think it's dull unless you're there. Okay, so anyway, back to the game. Woo! So we've wrapped up Loop Loop Galaxy. So we have more to unpack here. We haven't gotten to the point yet where we can get to the World 1-4 yet. So what we're gonna do, let's go back to Good Egg Galaxy and start collecting up the rest of the leftover stars we have yet to achieve. Starting with King Caliente's Battle Fleet. Ooh, I know what one this is. This is a fun one. And once again, we see total change of pace from what Good Egg Galaxy we're used to seeing. Because now, as we show up at Good Egg Galaxy, a lot more cannons all over the place. Also, we can see the launch star right over there. So, if we're good at jumping, which apparently I'm not good at spinning either. Oh my god, what happened to me while I was away? I, like, completely lost my abilities, but gone for a long time to get in and use the pipe on the other side. Okay, well, I don't need to do that. Watch this. I could do this. I could do this, I swear! You watch me do it! I could do it! I can do it! You watch me, video game. Video game. I swear. Oh, well, now I'm determined. I'm so heckin' determined right now to do this. Oh, video game, you challenged me. You challenged me big time. You should not have done that. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, come on. Okay, come on. Oh, we can do this. We can do this. We can speedrun. We can speedrun strat this. I know we can. I know we can. It's within our grasp. It's within our grasp. If I... No, don't be reading that. If I backward jump into that and then wall jump out the tree. Okay. We can do this. We can do this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I swear to you we can do it. We're gonna do it. Watch this. Watch this happen. Watch it happen. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Come on. Yeah! Woo! What do you think about that, video game? I beat you at your own trickery. Give me a coin. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now then. I think this is just excavating boxes now. That was some nice moments there on stream. You only get that in one of two places, which is at your local supermarket and here.
Whoa, you saved me! Thanks, Mario. In return, let me tell you a secret about this place as I continue spinning wildly. Woo! 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 Apparently, those
You know what? Actually, hang on. Yeah, I'm gonna do what's called a joke about spatial positioning. Give me 1 second. Watch this.
Apparently those spiky things just hate coconuts. Shake or press to smack them with coconuts. Woo! 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 Woo!
How'd you like that one? Oh, the things I do for bits. Okay, so now I need to get my wrist strap back on. Gosh darn it. I made a silly maneuver and then I paid severely. Okay, so the key here is we gotta do this. Well, how do we aim this directly to hit those bushes? I guess if we just do this. There we go. That's how we do it. Problems are being solved. Whoop. There we go with that. Maybe they got lock-on technology. I don't know. How about... Ooh, this is probably the answer. Well, now it's in the bush, isn't it? If I just do this, if I do this, if I do this. There we go. That's the answer. Solutions to problems. Solutions to problems. Goomba, jump. There we go. Now then. Oh, it's Pokey! I remember Pokey. Don't you remember Pokey? Pokey, I'm afraid we're most likely gonna have to. You're a big Pokey. Probably gonna have to attack you by using this melon that I have now kicked away from you. So whoops on me. Mea culpa. Bop goes that, and let's swing you back on down here. Hey, Pokey. Hey, Pokey, old buddy, old pal, old buddy. There goes Pokey. Jump. That's how we do it. It was cool to see Pokey again. Hope Pokey's been doing alright. So I guess we could skip this, but why would we? Hello, Chomp Chomps. Bark, bark. At least they got a smile on their face. Whoa! Welcome to the mind zone, where everything is part of the mind. It is all in the mind, you know. There we go. Got everything I could get out of the mind world. Okay, that was nice. Nice and pleasant. How useful. Okay. Oh, it's more views. It's more yous. How you doing? How you doing, all yous? All yous goombas? Are you goombas? Alright, well, luckily for us, Bowser's defenses, or King Caliente's defenses, haven't figured out how to build a wall that's higher than a meter. So it's a bit like Woodstock in that way, where we can just hop over that and it's a free festival from now on. That means the organizers are gonna take a bath, a big bath. That ain't no lie, it's the truth. Alright, so, whoop, okay, hang on, whoop, don't want to be going that way. Sometimes I get turned around on where I actually am in relative position to everything. That's a commonality function of Galaxy itself, don't you know? But when all that happens, you can just do this. And this. And this. Wahoo! Alright, now then. Okay, so here we are on an airship. You can tell it's an airship because it's a ship in the air. I don't know what that was. I heard like a ghostly apparition of some kind in my left ear for a second. I thought someone had walked on stage. Not that I would be opposed to someone walking on stage. I welcome the voices of those who have the access to the keys to the backstage. But I was not sure what was happening. Now then, if I could just get up here, thank you. And, oh, can't control camera over here? I see how it is. I understand. You found a camera you like, oh, what do you need to do this for? Is there actually anything over here? I feel like there likely would be. Or does this predate the era where... Yeah, I think it predates the era where Mario games do that. I think I couldn't stand on that. I think I sacrificed my neat 25 lives for a less neat 24. I can't do this though. Foolish fools! You've unlocked the way to victory and achievement. And why'd you do that? Silly individuals. Don't you know what happens when you mess with Mario? Everything you do gets reversed. Mario and his abilities is like the Uno reverse card for everything Bowser and his forces do. They will launch their attacks at me and I just will immediately go, but what if no? What if I actually held all the cards, all the keys to the puzzle, and you held no cards? You had no cards in your deck, Bowser. What have you to say about that one? And Bowser would go, oh no, my deck! Oh. I guess I could talk about that. So, this is the return of Bowser speaking only in guttural noises. Mind you, it's the return of everyone speaking in guttural noises. Health grew to 6. So, that is the thing too. So now we have less health in this game. We had a health bar meter based off of how many coins we had in 64 and Sunshine. Here we are on a 3 life counter. Except if we find the extra life mushroom, where it goes back up to the usual 3D Mario dynamic of 6. Oh.
Be careful, there's a big danger up ahead. If things get really bad, shoot a starbit at one of those lights on the ground. Then a coin will pop out. Grab it and replenish some of your life.
I'll try my best. Thank you, Random Luma number 28. Oh no, I nearly made an uh-oh. That would have been death incarnate right there.
It's me. It's the octopus.
It is I. It is the octopus. Oh no! I see you've played the Uno reverse card. I myself was quite familiar with the powers and techniques of Uno reverse cards. I've reverse carded you. What have you to say about that? Silly mustachioed fellow. Oh yes, I can. Oh goodness gracious me! You knocked off my crown. You've knocked off my crown. I must up my Uno reverse game with you. Tennis was indeed my major in high school and in college. Yes, you didn't know it, but you could major in tennis in high school. You probably didn't know it. You could major in anything in high school, but you could, and I majored in tennis. What have you to say now, Mr. Uno Reverse? Oh, no! My Uno Reverse card. Alrighty then, and bop, there we go. Wahoo! Well, that was superb. So that should, in theory, be the end of Good Egg Galaxy, at least for a time. I won't explain what time that will be, but that should be it for that. And we've discovered a new galaxy. Indeed we have. Indeed we have. And Hungry Luma's appeared. Goodness gracious. Right outside the terrace. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Wow. Might as well go check out what's going on outside. Wouldn't want to be cooped up in a dome all day.
Hey, you! Yeah, you! Got any tasty star bits? If you feed me a bunch of star bits, I'll burst of snacky happiness and then transform. I'm famished. I need 400 star bits to curb the hunger pangs. More. That's it. I'm stuffed. Here we go. Transform.
And what have we got? What have we got? What have we got? The Sweet Sweet Galaxy has appeared. The Sweet Sweet Galaxy. Ooh, neato, neato, neato. Might as well head on over there, see what's up in that galaxy areas. What have we got to work with here? Rocky Road? Oh, I think I know what this is about. I think I know what this level's all about. I don't know what this level's all about. I thought this was a different level. But it's here. Might as well take advantage of the fact that it's here. Yes! So, it is to my understanding, and by my understanding, I mean this is how I felt after playing this level a couple of times. I think the deal with the Hungry Luma galaxies is that they're the... is that they are the... is that they are the... Okay, you know, maybe I won't tell you what I think they are. Maybe I'll just do my thing. You anything about that video game? Okay, so it's to my belief that the Hungry Luma stages are the difficulty stages. Essentially, if you'll recall the... If you'll recall those obstacle course floodless stages from Mario Sunshine, and I know you do because I recall them too, it is to my understanding or my belief, as it were, that these stages that are grown out of Lumas themselves are born out of Nintendo's necessity to be like, oh, well, we need some harder stages in this game because we don't want it to be completely like a literal cakewalk, haha, for non-like Mario aficionados. Like, there should be some challenge in playing through this game. And I think that's where the Hungry Luma stages come in. They are the more difficult challenges in stages in terms of like stuff before we get to like everything post-game. And the clue I have to that is that they aren't part of the actual domes themselves. They're stuff that you play through on the Common Observatory. And this level has the athletic theme going from Super Mario 3, which was meant to be the music that would play during all the difficult levels in Mario 3. So, that's my hint and clue to what this is all about. Also the fact that it's harvesting away lives. It's harvesting away lives for me right now. Also, I just need to test this. So the long jump works. Why is it not wanting to work with me right now? I would appreciate it if it would. Okay, I'm just gonna try to... Well, for one thing, I need to recenter that, because I need to nab some star bits after all the shenanigans we went through to unlock this level. But, come on, come on, come on. No, no, no. No, don't get me with your cookie duster busters. Okay. Well, at least we got a 1-up out of all this. That won't counteract the 3 other lives we lost doing this, but it's there. It exists. And you gotta have faith in existence. Otherwise, what are we? Not real? Don't think on that too hard. I try not to think on that very much, because if I do, I get depressed. So you know, I'm not Justin Roiland. I'm not gonna tell you that life has no meaning and you can do whatever you want and just be as shitty to as many people as you want to because nothing matters. I think a couple things matter. There's my editorial comment on a show that has nothing to do with what we're doing here today. Take for that what you will. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright, and bop, bop, bop. Okay, so this is all a little bit more decisive in its approach. Fair enough! Ooh, ooh, ooh! See, this is where you gotta really be using those spin jump mechanics. Oh, no, okay, there. Huh, made it.
We got a power star!
Says Pink Toad.
I love mint chocolate. Hey, we're going back!
Says Captain Toad off in the distance. Woohoo! Da-da-da! Okay, 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 okay. And what have we got here? Rocky Road, sweet, sweet galaxy. And there we go with that. I think that should be that. Yeah, that galaxy's complete. I think the Hungry Luma galaxies are one and doneers. I hope they are, at least. I don't know what I'll do if they end up being, if I have to return to that level. And we discovered a new galaxy along the process. That's gonna be the Bowser one. You know it and I know it, but we got a ways to go before we head back out on over there. We've got a whole heck ton more of the Terrace to explore, and we are going to explore it, believe you me. If there's one thing I'm dedicated to doing, it's exploring. Also, the Luma's back to being not hungry, but being Luma and not a galaxy. We have discovered an enemy base in the region. We can only hope they are not misusing the power of that poor Grand Star. We can only hope. Alright, woo! There we go. Okay, right, and... let's do this. We'll play the next level at least. Flip Switch Galaxy. Ah, haha, this is another one and doneer. So, we're nearing, the threshold of being done with the Terrace. Alright, so... Painting the planet yellow. I personally would try to paint the planet its regular blue. Look at that! Look at this! Remember the past? Remember the first game? I do. It was challenging. I had myself a time with it. I never heard back from, whoever that one guy was who could pick up their checks at the door. Okay, I think if I do this, this, and this, this. Ooh, hang on. Ooh, okay, that and that. Jump onto this. There we go. Now, ride this up there, ride this up there, this up there, this up there. And just do this. Okay. Now comes the fun part. This is where the fun begins. So safe. Anakin Skywalker. And whoa, 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 don't want that, don't want that. No, 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 no. Was bad maneuvers. Is that it? Isn't it? That's it? Well, that was simple. Also, it turned into an underground stage for some reason. Don't know how that happened. But it is. Now it's an underground stage. That's neat. Well, no! No! Oh, you gotta be kidding me with that shenanigans. Oh, heck. Alright, come on. Let's not fool about anymore here. Now we gotta be focused. We gotta be focused. Can't make any silly decisions. Everything must be decisive. Oop. 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 There we go. Knocked you out for a little bit. Put you out of commission. Alright. This goes here. This goes here. Jump on it. There we go. Now, if I can just get to the star without making stupid maneuvers, we should be good. There we go. That's more like it. And that's why you have your bounce house. There we go. That was silly that I had to do that twice in a row. But there we go. Flip Switch Galaxy, done. And it's complete. One and doneer. Save the game. Yes, indeed. Indeed it is. Now, before we head on over to the final stage, we have one more little star to nab here in the Honey Hive Galaxy. Let's go there one more time and do what we can. Alright. Pop, big bad buggaboom. Ooh, this is the return of those bugs. That tells me this is going to be a whole lot more ground pounding. Maybe even a fusion of ground pounding with B Mario. Who can be certain? Not I. I'm never certain of anything. You can tell by the way I walk and the way I talk. No. I say no to you. I've told you before. You know what happens if you charge first. That happens. Also, the music has gone a little bit aggressive now. It seems tense. It could use a chill pill. No, okay. It's like moving at double speed now. Whoa, okay, hang on a second. So, this all feels like I've been put in the midst of an international incident wherein the bugabooms and the bees are in the midst of a turf war. Don't know what that will necessarily accomplish by involving me in it. You know, as the Super Mario himself, I cannot get involved too much in the internal politics and diatribes of what happens beyond me in the realms of the Mushroom Kingdom. What I can do, however, is make concerted efforts towards rectifying a solution, drawing up a compromise, as it were. By first getting rid of some of your grunt soldiers, eh? There's a couple of them. Just do this, and this. Imagine this. Imagine if, like, you know, an alien from another... The neighbors are causing trouble again. We would be most grateful for your assistance. The neighbors, they're so loud. They're so loud they throw their parties all night long. Well, look what it is. You again. We're back to being bee. Back to bees. This actually, I just now realized there may be, I joked before about the connection between B Mario and B Movie. Both this game and B Movie came out in 2007. Was 2007 the year of the bee? You need to tell me right now if it was. Because I will not afford to be made to look... A person in my position can't afford to be made to look ridiculous. Get down here. Oh, now you got wings. Alright, now then, what do we do? What do we do with you? So now you've discovered the abilities of mobility. Don't send me in the water. Send me in the water. How dare you send me in the water? I didn't want to be in the water. Now I'm in the water. Oh, I gotta evade that. Oh, I see. Ugh, I did it. I knocked you on your side. Oh, now you're red. That's how you know it means business. Because now it's on its side and it's red. It's red and tilted. I could afford possibly to... I'm not going to bother with the 1-up because like I said before, it doesn't matter. They reset once we wrap up on a game. Oh, did it! Timing. There, does that solve your problems with the neighbors? Neighbors. Okay. This will counteract the bee suit anyway. But I wanted to see if I could get... I'm disappointed that there was never any implementation of Mario getting a star while he was in a costume. There will be in future games, but not in the first one. Which is disappointing. Got 10. Save game, what do you think? Come on, there it goes. Alright. Now then. We've gotten Flip Switch Galaxy down, Honey Hive Galaxy not complete, Good Egg Galaxy not complete, but we've done everything we can there, and the Loop Galaxy is complete. Which means that there will be stuff that return over here later in the future. But for now, we've got a very specific pathway to go toward. A Bowser-shaped cloud. Bowser Jr.'s robot reactor. He shaped it like his papa. Time to fly over here. And make this journey happen. Our first major boss fight of the day. Time to wrap up on World 1. Mega Legs Moon, eh? It is to my simple understanding that this is going to be a pretty simple boss fight. And a pretty simple level. At that. As well. Welcome to the galaxy. Okay, so now you see the Goombas have started learning the benefits of having football helmets. It's a shame it doesn't cover their legs, though. So that is most unfortunate for them, because this means that now there is nothing stopping me from continuing my rampage against the Goomba menace. But there goes that. Also, I think if I just chill out here, more bullet bills will eventually reveal themselves to me, right? Yeah, here comes this one. Howdy, howdy, hi, neighbor. You know, come on, shoot this. It's just like Mario It's Mario Sunshine. I was about to say it's just like Mario Galaxy. Of course it's just like Mario Galaxy. That's what we're playing. Ooh, cinema. Oh!
Ha ha ha, it's me! You remember me from Sunshine? Wahahaha, you've made it! But I won't even need my dad's help to take care of you. Go at him, Megaleg! Stomp him with the power of your Grand Star!
It's nice to see the continuity continue on. These games get ever more lore intensive, while also never really being too affected by the magnitude of what each one does. So here's the thing with Megaleg. Megaleg is too big for his own legs. They're too mega. Cause see, here's the thing. He's so big, we can just climb up on his gears and shafts and gears and shafts. With no issue. No real issue, at least. Whoops. I was scratching my nose and I nearly made an issue. But it's okay, because watch this. He's so armed to the defenses that he's doing this. He's causing his own downfall. Oh, look at that. Put up a perimeter defense. Let's see if it will change literally anything. Well, for one thing, the bullet bills are now attacking each other. Like that on the ground. Whoops. A daisy. Let's see if this changes anything. See if this affects anything of import. I know this bullet bill's on the chase, on the warpath. What about over... Well, the eyes were gonna cancel those out anyway. Come on, buddy. Come on, fish your way over here. You can do it. Oops. Megalag defeated himself. Once again, Mario proves to be the reverse Uno card of the Mario universe. And... nabbit! Well, isn't that lovely? We got a Grand Star. Oh, look at Mario course through the skies in anticipation as he helps power up the observatory even more. Wowie, wowie, zowie, wow. Oh. And boop. Galaxy complete. Fire score updated. Increase the starbit count. Discovered a new galaxy. Discovered a new world even. 2 new galaxies. That's more than 1.
Look.
That ball of flame represents the power of the observatory. We call it the beacon. When you recover a grand star, a little star power will be restored, and the beacon will grow. The Comet Observatory can use that power to fly through the universe. Once all of the power is restored, we will even be able to fly to the center of the universe. Oh, the power is on in a new dome. Yes, the fountain. The newly opened dome is called the Fountain. It's really quite relaxing to just sit by the fountain. By the way, have you looked at the map? It contains information about galaxies, as well as domes. If you forget the location of a dome, don't hesitate to speak with me. Save game? Yes, indeed I shall. And I am also going to take the opportunity now to say that here feels like a good place to wrap up for today. This has been fun, obviously. There's been a lot to talk about, a lot to unpack. I hope you all are as excited to see more of this game as I am. I know that definitely Mario Galaxy is a well-beloved game within the greater Mario lorific franchise, and I look forward to sharing all of that with you. So that is great and superb. The current plan on my end with streaming is that we are doing more of the Phoenix Wright streams, but they're being kind of scheduled on the fly. I think maybe we'll end up doing the next one on the Monday slot like we have been doing in the past, but I can't fully guarantee that. So I would say if you want to know about when different streams are happening, be sure to follow my Twitter account, and it will keep you updated on what is happening. Beyond that, though, I can guarantee that this time next week at around 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern, we will be continuing on with more Mario Galaxy as part of the Mario Marathon, and it will be a fun time. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you all tune in to see that. I normally would probably, because the view count is like really low, I don't feel the humongous necessity to do a raid. However, I kind of know at the same time that if I just called off the stream here, my channel would end up hosting this person anyway, so it doesn't make sense not to raid him. So what we're gonna do is we're going to raid my good friend, whom you will recall from my Phoenix Wright streams. We're gonna raid Digitamer Riley. She is surprisingly playing Smile for me. I was expecting her to be playing something else. And I think she's trying to go for a world record speedrun. She got the world record speedrun in Smile for me for doing any percent ending. And I think now she's trying to do 100% good ending, also speedrunning it. I believe that is what she's after right now. And I'm certain that is going to take a little bit more effort and strategy. And so that should be fun to do. We're gonna raid Riley. I'm not gonna bother with a raid phrase. I'm just gonna start the raid and send you all over there, and I hope you all have fun in her stream. And I'm gonna end stream here as well. Thank you all so much for being here. I'll see you all next time, whenever that is. Bye bye. Bye bye bye. Bye bye.